We love hip hop.
One thing though, we'll get back to that because there's definitely a lot of different things we need to cover on the show today. But we do have a special guest that's popped up right here.
Who's that?
Listen, fam, we had a conversation, and let me make sure I turn this so that they can see you, or maybe come over a little bit there. There you go.
What's good?
What's going on, man? Hold on, I want to play something to start off to start this off. A little exclusive, if you don't mind.
I'm just chilling. You know, you got the exclusive right there, man. That's on the Culture's album. I'm working with Kanye's team directly. We got so much information to give to you guys, you know. So I'm excited for this interview to give you guys a lot of the viral shit, you know.
All right.
I've been doing my thing, you know.
False alarm.
So listen, fam, let me introduce you correctly here because we had a conversation maybe about 2 weeks ago now with a gentleman named Jason Perez Reels.
I think that's where it kind of helps a little bit, but I'm a real Drake fan, like aside from the jokes and all the comedy.
For sure.
Like, so, you know, I always like kind of like watch his videos and the music and stuff like that. But.
Okay. And he goes by the name Rake. And he went viral.
That guy's bopping my swag. I'm the original clone.
Oh, snap!
Okay. Right off the bat with the beef. Fire shots. Okay.
Right? And I see in the comments, wait a minute. Like, I'm going to paraphrase, but it was basically, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Don't look at the imitations because I'm still here.
And you got records.
Yeah.
So with no further ado, we have formerly known as Izzy Drake. Izzy famous in the motherfucking building.
What's good? It's Izzy Famous now, formerly known as Izzy Drake, Fake Drake, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
So, bro, you got new music. You saying you're working with Kanye?
No, it's people.
Yeah. So actually, so let's bring it back. Like I was just in Miami 2 weeks ago, and within Kanye hasn't been in America in like a year. So I'm working directly with Kanye's team now because it's like. Drake doesn't see the whole vision, so he's never gonna really like the clone idea because it goes back really far. My manager was actually supposed to be a writer for Drake. He was the first Drake clone before me, but not like viral like that. So Drake ended up bopping some of his swag off Scorpion. Oliver is Drake's manager, and he actually had played one of the songs that my manager wrote and produced, and everything is now on O.W.O.L Sound Radio. So there's a lot of history between me and Drake and the whole thing. You know, it goes back further than just me being a lookalike. You know, so
okay.
When did that start? Tell us, because 2 years ago when we started seeing you.
2 years ago, I took a trip to Miami. Man, I took a trip to Miami and changed my whole life overnight, like viral overnight. You know, everybody's trying to go viral. That's what they're trying to do. Platform.
Where are you originally from, though?
You know, so I'm originally from Canada. Like right now, I'm here in Ottawa, so it's like 4 hours away from Toronto.
Okay.
My mom's from Toronto, so that's why I say I'm from Toronto because that's where I grew up, like Mississauga area. You know
okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I just took that trip out to Miami and it changed my life overnight, man. Like I have a construction company. I have 55 employees that work for me. I have over 700 clients that I deal with. So I just needed a break, to be honest. So I just booked my trip to Miami. Lil Wayne was performing at Club Live. That's what it was. It was the biggest club in Miami. That's where all the celebrities go. Yeah. So Lil Wayne was performing. One of my girls hit me up. She's like, come watch Lil Wayne perform. I was like, oh, I fuck with Lil Wayne, you know, he's an OG. So I'm to show respect and reach. So I reached to the club. I was just in my own section, doing my own thing, hanging out with my girls, you know. And then I looked to the right. I'm like, yo, was that Tory Lanez in my head? And then by the time I had already thought that in my head, he was already recording me over there with his phone, with his flashlight. And then the next day I wake up, I go out of my hotel, and someone's like, yo, aren't you that guy on Tory Lanez story? I'm like, what? I'm on Tory Lanez story? What the fuck? And then I go check a story, and it was him recording me, and it was like, he made a caption. It was like, Lil Wayne and Drake in the club. What a night, LOL. So he made like a joke out of it.
Yeah,
I remember.
all these blogs started picking it up. Tory Lanez spots a Drake lookalike in the club, Miami, because Tory and Drake were beefing at this time. They were playing on some funny shit with each other. They were playing basketball and shit. So
Yeah.
It all kind of ties into the story, you know. So yeah, like that. Then the blogs just started picking it up, and then man, my life changed overnight. People just started hitting me up from all over the world. They were like, "Yo, can we book you? We can't afford Drake, so we want to pay you." So they pay me, and they pay my travel expenses, my Airbnb, everything, like, you know. And then they give me bread, and then I just come do like a tribute night. It was not even me just like trying to like be Drake at all, like, because I wasn't. Like, I was just going to Miami, and then I went viral overnight, and then just people just started hitting me up like, "Yo, can I book you? Come do a tribute night. We can't afford the real Drake for $1 million." So
hold on. What are you doing now when you go to do a tribute night? Are you doing like Drake songs and stuff like that, like karaoke shit?
Yeah. So basically, what it is like a tribute night. It's like
cover.
They know that I'm not Drake, but I'm just acting as an impersonator. There's impersonators all over the world. Michael
Jackson's, Elvis
impersonators. It's a real thing, you know. So when I go there, they'll just have all the sound equipment ready for me. I'll bring my Apollo. I have the auto tune, so like gets me right on key, you know, to the song. And then I'll just do like the hit song. So I have like different packages. Like I have 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and an hour, different prices, right? So if I'm going there for, let's say, 15 minutes, I'll do like 2 or 3 songs. One of the big songs, you know. Kind of like the classic songs, like the ones that he doesn't really be performing anymore. So I'm kind of giving that to the people. It's like, yo, I'm f***ing with this. Drake doesn't really do perform
the B-sides.
You know what I mean? So kind of like classics. You feel me? So yeah, I love to bring that energy and like make people happy, because it's like at the end of the day, you know, it's like fake Gucci and real Gucci. Like it's a $1 billion industry. You know what I mean? People that can't afford the real Gucci, they go buy the fake one, right?
Yeah.
And it works because it's like kind of gives that same energy. Like, what's the psychology behind something when someone sees somebody that's that's not famous but looks like that person? Why automatically do they just like start fanning out, taking pictures? Even if I tell them, which I do, that I'm not really Drake, they still don't care. They like the energy because it's like the next best thing, getting close to it. It could sound corny, but it's like you're bringing happiness to people, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? So
I'm curious, how much would it cost for me to book a 15-minute
set?
A set?
So it all depends where it is, but if it's like, let's say like Canada, America.
Yeah, I want to use, let's say, a club that holds like 200 people.
Okay, yeah. So then you'd be looking at 5 bands.
Okay.
Damn.
How did the OVO people feel about that? Honestly,
I mean, they don't feel too good about it. Like Drake, like I said, Drake's not so into the whole impersonating thing. Is because of my manager, because he used to be the Drake clone before me, and he was with Funny Mike, 22 Savage.
Yeah.
The guy that was playing 22 Savage.
Oh,
so they did
yeah.
Remember that with Funny Mike? He used to play the 21 Savage as well.
Yeah.
So he was with my manager. They linked up. They did a song, whatever. My manager was making music at that time, and he was sounding like Drake too. And then he was on Drake's radar. Oliver reached out. He put the song on OVO Sound Radio. It's called Sooner or Later. You can go check it out. It's actually on Drake's OVO Sound Radio, which is like a radio thing.
Yeah.
So his manager put him on. He was like scouting him. He got a call from Cash Money. This is the time X and Drake were beefing. So they couldn't come to like terms with the deal, like how he was going to be like a writer and stuff. Cause you know what I mean? Just some shit going down. And so, yeah, he made an album. He ended up showing up to the club. It's in Houston, Area 29, which is like an OVO affiliated club. So he ended up giving that album to DJ Eric, which is like Drake's best friend. He mentions him in Sticky. Hey, Eric, bring the girls to the stage because somebody's getting paid. You know, so he ended up bringing that album, and then DJ Eric was like, "Yo, Drake wants to meet you next weekend. He's coming here." and then Drake ended up canceling, not showing up, and then some of the songs from Scorpion were similar to like the flows that my manager had actually given on that album to DJ Eric. So, you know what I mean? So it goes deep. It goes deep. That's why Drake doesn't with the whole clone shit, but that's cool because it's bigger than Drake. You know what I mean? We're working with Kanye now. So I actually have the Kanye clone signed to my label.
There's a Kanye clone?
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah. He was working with Drake the other day.
That's crazy.
It was going viral on the internet. So with the Kanye clone, I brought him to Club Live, the same place I blew up from Tory Lanez.
Okay.
I brought him to Club Live. I didn't say nothing. Nobody said nothing. We got out of the car, Suburban. Right away, security noticed him. He was like, yo, Mr. Kanye. We didn't say Kanye. We didn't say anything. We didn't say we're anybody or anything. And then they brought us to the
man Squeegee True.
The DJ booth, and then we ended up playing a AI Kanye and Drake song. The DJ was completely fooled. It's all over the internet. It's like this proof of concept. You know what I mean? I've been working on the technology to the artificial intelligence with the clones and everything. So, like I said, I closed the door for the whole Drake shit. Drake will never entertain another clone again because it's like. But it's bigger than that. We clone in the whole industry with the AI music and the clones. So I've been working on AI language models, developing technology, and signing more clones and lookalikes. Like I said, the proof of concept.
This is Attack of the Clones.
And they can do it. Imagine if they do it better.
And I gave you that snippet. That's also off the album that he's going to be dropping on Vultures. We're working we're working towards a universal IZZY. So a Kanye, a Spanish Kanye, a Japanese Kanye. You know what I mean? So everybody can enjoy the music. Understand the music fully. Yeah. That's what the AI
crazy.
Allows us to do. It allows us to take any voice and clone it and put it in any language and make it a vibe. You know what I mean?
Wow, that is an exclusive. I gotta. You can't hear the air horn, but I just hit the air horn just now. Wow. Okay.
And if you check, Drake actually hired my clone, my Kanye clone that signed to me. He hired him back like 10 years ago. You remember the video Energy that Drake dropped? Yeah, the Kanye clone. He's in that video. He's the guy riding on the bike, and he was using the Kanye clone to troll Kanye. But back then, he wasn't signed to me. We didn't really know that. So, but Drake actually ended up reaching out again to get the Kanye clone on another video. And we actually had to politely, respectfully deny it.
Wow.
The offer.
Yeah, because you're working with
We're working with Kanye, and Kanye respects that. So he was just trying to troll Kanye again. We weren't with that, you know?
That's crazy. So your relationship with Drake is kind of mucky right now a little bit.
It's been mucky, I guess, because like he doesn't like the idea of the clones and all that. So, but it doesn't matter because it's bigger than Drake. Like I said, but we're Ye now. We're working with Ye. We're going to be working with a lot of other celebrities as well because we have their lookalikes. Like I have the Kevin Gates lookalike. He looks exactly like Kevin Gates. I have the Chris Brown lookalike, which I actually just met Chris Brown like a month ago in LA, and we're pretty close. Like we ended up, bro, with the Kanye clone, it's opening up so much more doors because people really think it's Kanye. Like me, obviously you can tell I'm not Drake. Come on, man. Yeah. Like if you're like, oh, that guy's Drake, like you're just drunk or you're just like trying to get that. But obviously I'm not Drake. Like I don't have braids, whatever. I don't even look like
so
him.
You're finessing it though at the best ability.
You know what I mean, but I'm just getting the benefits of I guess a little resemblance. But I mean the Kanye clone, he looks exactly like him. You cannot tell the difference. So we were actually in LA and we got an exclusive private party. Kyle Kuzma used to play for the Lakers. We ended up in his birthday party, and guess who was there? Like it was so trippy. They right away when we hopped out of the Suburban, the paparazzi started flashing that camera, and then right away the security just opened up the doors. They didn't ask us for our IDs or anything. We just walked in there like we were like real time celebrities.
Wow!
So I get in there. right? I see Chris Brown. He's not with any security or anything. That's how you know this is like some exclusive private party. You can literally just walk up to Chris Brown's section, whatever. He's in the right section, and then I look, and then I walk around. I see Kevin Durant there. So a lot of people were there. You know, a lot of celebrities.
And
so
Kevin Durant and Drake have a really good relationship.
You're lucky he didn't call Drake to come pull up.
Yeah, they do. But I was sometimes you have to contain power. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I had like some sunglasses on. I have my hood on. So people don't really know who I am. I'm blowing up the Kanye clone now. I'm in the behind scenes. Nobody knows it's me. Because if I show my face, then it's obviously, it's a clone. They already know who I am. But me, contain that power and that energy so that you can move forward. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you also, there was a phone call that I posted. You were calling Drake when he had released the album.
Oh, bro, it's IZZY. What's up? Yo, that album was hard, bro. Congratulations on the drop. It's an OVO thing.
Much love.
Are we still dropping?
Yes, sir.
Bro, it's big OVO things. You already know.
Was this for the most recent album that he dropped, or was it for CLB?
So I ended up getting Drake's number. Like everything just kind of happens to like.
Utopia. An imagined place or state of things in which everything is perfect. But here at our Utopia, nothing is beyond your imagination. We offer an enhanced recording experience located in Eastern Toronto. With professional quality recording, mixing, and mastering, we believe that every artist deserves an experience nothing short of utopia. To experience your own state of utopia, visit utopiarecords.ca to lock in your time today.
When you're flowing with the universe, just doors start opening up. So I ended up meeting like this stripper. She was in Houston. She ended up giving me Drake's number.
Wow.
And, I didn't call it right away. I just waited, and then he ended up dropping that album. Honestly, never mind. Remember that house music?
Okay.
Album?
Yeah.
Which is goated because it's like nobody's doing that kind of shit. Like maybe a lot of people weren't fucking with it, but I was fucking with it because it's kind of like elevator music. You feel me? It's like it's opening into more genres and shit. So that I fucked with it. But anyways, I ended up calling him on the night he dropped that album. I called it. He picked up. And then he hung up pretty quickly. You know what I mean?
He's like this weirdo's calling me.
He ended up picking up the phone, so that must mean something. Yeah. And for one of the biggest artists in the world in this generation now, for him to even know about me is a blessing in disguise. To be honest, because it's like he was dissing me on his album with 21 Savage, Rich Flex, that one that went viral. Internet clones got him kissing through the phone. Pussies clicking up so they don't feel alone. Hey, and he's basically talking about that FaceTime when I FaceTimed him, and then I was linking up with my manager because he was also the Drake clone before me doing the shit with 22 Savage, and he was just saying, just kind of putting that into motion, saying like we're linking up because we don't feel alone. Like, you know what I mean? He always be shooting diss in songs and shit.
Well, shit, man. I would understand why he's kind of pissed. But
you probably seen that cease and desist, though, eh? It went viral. That's how I got out of the whole fake Drake shit.
Hold on. We're gonna get to that. I want to get to it in a progression. Perkio.
Yeah.
You linked up. How did you link up with the Perkio guy? The fake little Durkio. A little Dirk, I mean.
Yeah, so I ended up linking with him in Miami. Some friends, just like we were linking up doing TikToks and shit because we had some mutual friends. And my manager said like, yo, let's get you guys in a music video. Let's do this. And so we ended up doing that music video, that parody, Cry Now, Laugh Later. It's like 400,000 on World Star, doing big numbers. You know what I mean? We were popping off, you know what I mean? Because we were going to the clubs together. We were getting paid together. They were booking Perkio and they were booking IZZY Drake. Come to the club, turn it up, you know? So we were both going to the same clubs, getting paid, getting money, you know, breaking bread together. So we decided to do that music video because why not? Like everybody knows about us. We're being talked about so much in the media, like real like celebrity stars, you know what I mean? Like, so it was like you know, we did our thing, and then we did a music video, and then you probably heard about him getting set up by 6ix9ine.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah, I was about to. Yeah,
I actually kind of set up that whole like thing. I didn't set up the whole thing where he was getting set up by 6ix9ine, but I set up the whole connection between him and Steve will do it.
Okay.
I'll run you a breakdown on what happened. So basically, my boy, he's close with Steve will do it. He texted me because he knew me and Perkio were hanging out.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yo, Steve will do it. Wants to have Perkio in a vlog." And I was like, "Steve will do it. I with Steve will do it." You know.
Yeah.
I watched his YouTube videos. I was like, "Okay, I'll give you the manager's contact under one conclusion. I have to be involved as well." And then he was like, "Yeah, no problem, bro." So I gave him the manager's contact. They ended up contacting Perkio's manager, setting it up. And then they told me, "Yo, come tomorrow." But then they had him pull up the same day. And then pulled up, and then 6ix9ine was there. He didn't know 6ix9ine was going to be there or anything. But
did you know he was going to be there? Not to interrupt.
I didn't know 6ix9ine was going to be there either, because he was just telling me Steve will do it vlog. He didn't even say nothing about 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
Not really fucking with 6ix9ine. That's what he did with that shit. But he ended up pulling up there, and he brought him upstairs in the elevator. And then next thing you know, 6ix9ine was there. He was there with a bunch of goons. He like circled him. He put like a King Von t-shirt on Perkio's back, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like to get back at the rapper Lil Durk, because him and Lil Durk have beef. So it was like, yo, I'm gonna just clone you. I'm gonna just disrespect you and clone and disrespect and do this to your clone. So it was like kind of getting to you, but it never really got to him. But Perkio and Lil Durk actually had a good relationship
until
Lil Durk actually Perkio. He actually with his clone, just like Kanye with his clone. So there's people in the industry that are gonna with their clones because they could be smart. They could send them out here and do this, and then they could break bread together and make bread together, and you know what I mean. So. But then there's people that aren't gonna with it, which is cool. Everybody has their own opinion. So like I said, him and Durk were cool. Durk actually put him in a music video. It's called Block List. Look it up. It has a couple million views. And so they were talking on FaceTime. Durk showed mad love. He put him on Instagram Live, you know. And then after that whole scenery with the 6ix9ine thing, Durk would just step back. He was like, "Oh, I don't know," like
because he was getting stained. Yeah.
He kind of lost that cosign.
Yeah.
And then after that, he wasn't even gonna do music, Perkio. He was just doing skits and TikToks and all that. But me and my manager were like, "Yo, you gotta do music, bro. It's gonna keep you going."
Plus, he got the Zoes behind him.
Yeah, because he got the Zoes and shit. So, but then he kind of like fell off, and that's what basically happened.
Yeah. So there was a point now, getting over to the cease and desist, where you started contacting Drake. Maybe not like directly, but you were online, like getting at Drake, like, "Yo," it was something about the name. Like, "I'll give up the name IZZY Drake if..."
Yeah, you probably seen that whole thing about I got a big bag for that. You probably seen the whole thing about me trying to call out Drake to a boxing match.
That's what it was.
And everything.
Was that the final straw?
That was the leak of the FaceTime was kind of the final straw. So it was before that. So it was kind of like. Was kind of dusted before that, you know. So, but
like, that's it. I had enough of this guy.
He's just like, yo, he's cloud chasing. He's posting the FaceTime. Can't fuck with him. But he was probably not already fucking with me before that, because, like I said, the whole 21 Savage shit and my manager shit.
Yeah. So he probably always feels like you're trying to slight him.
Exactly. So it was like, yo, fucking,
Did you pull up to his crib?
No, I'll get back to the story.
The boxing thing.
The boxing thing. So celebrity boxing hit me up. They're like a big platform for boxing with celebrities and shit. They hit me up. They're like, "Yo, call out Drake. We'll give you this. We'll give you." I can't disclose the bread that they said that they're gonna give me. They're like, "Yo, we'll give you this. Just call him out," because they know it's gonna go viral. I'm viral already with Perkio, going viral every day, like 3 to 4 times a week, you know. So they're like, "Yo, just call him out." We know he's not going to answer, but it's going to gain a lot of like attention, media coverage, and everything. So I was just like, I didn't really want to do it, to be honest, because it was like, but I was like, just because the relationship's already shot anyways from the whole FaceTime and the whole my manager playing the 22 Savage shit with 21 Savage, like that whole shit. And the funny mic. So I was just like, it, I'll just do it. You know what I mean? Get the bag. So I did it, and then he ended up never responding publicity on a public level, because he's really smart. He's like, if he were to respond to anything that I did, like on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, it would just blow me up 1,000 times bigger, and he doesn't want that, you know. So he's smart not to like say anything publicly. So yeah, he just never really said anything, but it got a lot of media attention, and TMZ was talking about it, like, yo, they were saying like Drake shouldn't sue his clone. He's just doing his thing, you know. So yeah, and then I was supposed to Lamar Odom, like Drake. Actually, I got his number. Like I told you, I texted him. I was like, "Yo, so are you gonna pull up to the boxing match?"
Because you did fight. You fought somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but before that, I was going on. I was actually texting Drake. I was like, "Yo, you pulling up to the boxing match? Let's donate the money to charity. Let's do something. You know, I'll change my name." The whole thing was, I'll change my name from Izzy Drake just to Izzy. And if I lose the fight, and if I win, you have to give me $1 million in a record deal, which is kind of crazy.
So he would have went to extra harder on you.
You're asking for a lot, bro.
I texted him, and he was like, "Yo, are you pulling up to the boxing match? We can donate some of the money to charity, whatever." He's like, "I'll slap you for free." That's what he just.
I remember that. I remember that.
And then Lamar Odom ended up calling me out on behalf of Drake. He was like, "Yo," he made a video and it was going viral on TMZ, whatever. He was just like, "Yo, for that fake Drake guy, I'm gonna take the fight for my man Drake. Let's get the contract signed. So we were supposed to fight each other. Then he ended up dropping out because celebrity boxing did some bad business. Never ended up paying the bread. Also, they fucked me up with bread, so they still owe me bread. So yeah, that whole situation got kind of fucked up, you know.
So wait a minute, the fight that you did have, which, with all due respect, bro, like, it wasn't a good night for you that night, bro.
No. So the fight, I ended up fighting M to the K, which is one of the first pranksters on YouTube. Yeah. He's actually my boy, so I was actually staying at his crib the whole time, his mansion in Las Vegas, and we were doing the promotions all underneath ourselves, getting everything popping. Because he wanted to fight, and I was just like, I gotta keep the fight going. There's already so much media attention. I went from Drake to Lamar Odom, now to this guy. This guy's like a nobody now. He kind of fell off. But then we became friends, and then we did the promotion, and we fought each other. He ended up winning, but I never even really trained for the fight. I only trained like one day. But
yeah, we could tell.
But did you get paid?
You got to protect. You got to have your hands up.
Yeah.
You didn't have your hands up, dog.
For entertainment. Yeah, I got paid a little bit, but they still owe me a check to kind of fuck me up. So it's like,
oh man,
what the fuck?
So your name is not Izzy Drake anymore. It's Izzy Famous.
No, it's not Izzy Drake anymore. It's Izzy Famous.
So the lawsuit worked.
Yeah, so basically I wanted to get out of the whole fake Drake shit. Like I said, I'm managing all the other clones. These guys are following my footsteps. Jason, John, just interviewed Jason last week, whatever. And there's another fake Drake. His name's John. He's also been going viral. You probably seen him. He's also the other fake Drake. He's been going viral. So I'm the father of all these clones. Nobody will ever do what I did, accomplish. I'm known all over the world. These other people that are just popping up, they aren't signed to my label. They're gonna be just a one night like viralness thing. Because the clout, yeah, it gets to your head. Once you get all this clout, you're like, oh my god. But then if you don't capitalize and monetize with it and do with the right people, they're all like, for example, like Jason and John. Drake's never gonna accept you guys, so the people are gonna turn their back away from you because they're out of respect for Drake. They want to they fuck with Drake. They're not going to ruin the relationship over Drake. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm the father of all these clones. So you know what I mean? I've been working. You know what I mean? But like I said, with the cease and desist, I wanted to create a way to get out of the whole fake Drake shit. Because academics even said, like, bro, do your own thing. Yeah. You're a really cool guy. I met you. But I want you to have a career in this internet world, this industry. But it's not going to work by just being like a fake Drake lookalike. It only lasts for so long. The clout only lasts for so long. So then I was just like, how can I do this to get out of this whole thing, you know? And I was just, and me and my manager, we ended up creating a fake cease and desist. So cease and desist is like, yo, stop doing what you're doing before we're
so you pump fake the people them again.
We ended up going on the internet, GPT, creating a whole fake cease and desist, and then I posted it to my Instagram on my feed. In 2 hours, it went viral on Academics, Breakfast Club, TMZ. Fake Drake gets served a cease and desist from the real Drake. He can no longer impersonate him. And it was going viral. And that was my whole way of changing my name from IZZY Drake, fake Drake, to IZZY Famous, making my own brand, working with the clones now, being in the background. Nobody knows that really IZZY Famous is behind all these clones that are going viral. And now we're working with Kanye. We were in Kanye's hotel first 2 hours when we dropped down in Miami. I got the drop right away. Boom, they send me the drop. Lil Durk's there, Ty Dolla $ign, Kanye. We're just chilling in the hotel, you know. We're talking, and we're creating that universal Kanye, Japanese Kanye, Spanish Kanye. He's fucking with it. He sees it. He's a genius. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
so, and a lot of people were kind of scared about that cease and desist. I had people hitting me. It kind of fucked up my bookings. Kind of fucked up my bread, bro. Not gonna lie, but it's cool because I'm making bread other ways. Because people are messaging me. Promoters are like, "Yo, we don't know if we can book you because you got a cease and desist. We don't want to go against that." And I was like, and then I linked up with Aiden Ross recently when I was in Miami. Like I'd be running into all these famous celebrities like randomly. It's like crazy, man. It's just God's plan, you know what I mean? So I ended up linking with Aiden. I found him in the gym, and then I told him like the whole story, like the whole cease and desist is fake, because he's like he knows he knew about me, and the last thing he knew about me was I got banned from Instagram. And you probably know about the whole ban from Instagram thing. Yeah. I actually deactivated my Instagram because I wanted to see how many people are really watching my Instagram page, how many people really care about what's going on. So I ended up deactivating it for 2 hours or 3 hours. And I brought it back, and then within like an hour, it was going viral. Fake Drake gets banned off Instagram for impersonating Drake. So you know what I mean? We create the headlines. We create anything. We're the ones behind this, all arranging this, organizing it. And yeah, like I said, things are coming so fast at me, man. Like Will Ferrell last year, Will Ferrell contacted me on social media, not social media, on Gmail. His team contacted me, and they wanted me to come to his son's birthday party. And to
that's crazy.
Yeah. Have you done a bar mitzvah?
You can get the real Drake. So it's like, yo, why are you contacting me? Because he don't want to be paying that bread, even if he's rich, right? He don't want to be paying the 1 million, whatever. He'd rather just pay the 10 bands, 5 bands, you know.
So
but I had to respectfully decline that because I was doing some other stuff. Okay. So, and then actually just recently, 504 and Lil Mabo.
You're in that video. Aren't you in that video?
I wasn't in that video. So they reached out to me to get me in that video, but they couldn't afford the price that I offered them. So they went and booked the other fake Drake.
Okay. That's what I seen when I seen the
clip. In my swag, you know what I mean?
Oh man.
So listen, we got a couple minutes left, right? What do you got planned for this year now? You know, besides like I see you have everything working together.
Yeah. Also, Columbia Records just reached out to me, and I can't really explain too much because I'm on NDA, but I'll just say that I'm in the new video with Lil Nas.
Okay.
But what I got planned for this year, I said, I'm just here in Canada. I'm working on the language models, the developing technology for the artificial intelligence, hiring more lookalikes, so assigning more lookalikes to my label, so that when we're ready to come outside with this AI and the clones together, it's gonna be perfect. You know what I mean? So that's what I've just been working on. I've just been working on that, the technology side of everything and the whole business side of everything.
Okay. Yeah. Well, listen, man, I'm glad that we were able to tap in with you. I'm glad to be tapped in with you guys too. You know what I mean? You guys are local in Canada. You guys are representing Toronto. A lot of people are with you guys. You know, keep doing your thing.
keep interviewing. You know what I mean? That's how you're gonna get to be the biggest platform. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Oh, salute. Yeah, man. Izzy famous in the building.
Izzy.
We're gonna tap in with you real soon, fam.
Yeah.
Keep us updated on what's going on with you. All right, brother?
Next time, pull up though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely.
All right, brother.
You're
We'll talk
safe, babe.
soon.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
We love hip hop.